Today I am on a mega little estate lake. It's looking absolutely stunning behind me at the moment, and I've only got a short session, but I've bought my secret weapon, which is hopefully going to put some bonus carp in the net. But before anything, we need to get some rods in the wet stuff, so let's crack on, get some rods out, and then we'll show you the secret weapon. Right then, I've just got a little lead just on the rod. I'm going to just flick it across to the far side and try and clip it up. That way I can fish nice and accurately to that overhanging margin, that looks really good over on that far bank. Right, that'll be good. Right, that's that rod clipped up to that far bank. Now I just need to put a solid bag on it. Just tied up a extra small solid bag then. I'm going to flick it over to that far side on the old 6-foot rod, and it's been clipped up already, so hopefully it goes out there lovely. Perfect. Rod one is out. Second one going out then. Again, I've clipped it up to that far side, so let's flick it out there. Oh, right on that tree line. Let's take it out of the clip. Right, bobbin on, alarm on. Right, I'm just going to put a little handful of freebies, just trickled over both of the rods, just to see if that can entice a quicker bite. Well, the rods are out then, we are fishing, and I thought I'd better introduce you to today's secret weapon, and that is my son Parker. So he's come out for a little short session today, and we wouldn't actually be out today if it wasn't for him. He suggested to Mummy that we should go out fishing for a few hours, and that's exactly what we've done. So I wouldn't even be out today if it wasn't for the fact that he suggested it. So he's definitely today's secret weapon, as he's got us out on the bank. So I've flicked a couple of solid bags across to the far margin. I've not seen a great deal, but there's a few guys sort of scattered around the lake. Blokes just had one up the top end in the shallows doing a bit of stalking, but that's a bit tricky with Parker. So I've just flicked out a couple of solid bags, put a few baits over the top of them as well, and we're just going to see if we can get a bite. We've got probably 2 hours to fish today, and then we're going to have to head back and get Parker some dinner, and I've got to go to work. So we'll see what happens, but we're having a go. It's a lovely day for it as well, so let's keep those fingers crossed. I know we can have one. What do you reckon?
And we are gonna do the treasure. Now I'm fishing.
We're gonna do what?
I'm fishing.
Oh, you're fishing, are you? Well, you better catch one then. Good idea?
But 10-1.
You can catch one? Yeah. Let's make it happen. Well, I'm waiting for a bite then. I thought I'd just talk you through the setup that I'm using today. So I'm using solid bags. Now, I'm not going to show you a solid bag made up because, if I'm honest, I haven't got any made up because I haven't had time yet to get any prepped. But I'm going to talk you through the mix. And the mix is basically the DNA Baits mini cray mix. I've also got some of the maxi mix in there. So the mini mix is like a micro pellet mix infused with a crayfish scent. It absolutely honks, to be fair, it stinks. And then the maxi mix is the same, but just a slightly bigger pellet size. I only put a little bit of that in there because I don't want too big food items, because it obviously doesn't make the solid bag very compact. I've then got a mix of ground bait in there. Mostly it's the crayfish ground bait, but I've got a few other bits and bobs in there as well. And what I tend to do is soak that in the amino smoke, either the Bug or S7. I can also then bring this with me, and this has got a nozzle on it, so I can inject it into the solid bag if I feel I need to, but I tend to only do that in the winter when they're a little bit more lethargic. Hook bait wise, I just use a wafter. I've got a selection of wafters in here, all in the bug flavour, but different colour options. And these ones are all small, so they fit into the bag nice and easy. And then the solid bag lead arrangement is just a quarter solid lead in 3.5 ounce. And this on a Gemini stem, which is basically a fluorocarbon little boom with a loop. So I can loop to loop it onto the main line and send it out there nice and quick for a bite. So that's what I'm using. Give it a go yourself. Maybe you catch a few on solid bags. Well, we're just sat in the shade. Parker's eating his way through his lunchbox while watching Steve Backshaw.
No.
It is, isn't it?
Change.
Oh, okay. Who is it now?
Andy.
Oh, Andy's Adventure or something. Basically loves watching loads of outdoor related stuff. Although we are in the outdoors, he still wants to watch it on a phone. Don't know what that's about, but you know. But yeah, we've had a couple of liners, but other than that, not much is happening. I think I might have mentioned, but there's a guy down the bottom end, and there is a group of fish down there, and he has managed to have one off the top. But although I've got a bit of bread with me today, I knew we didn't have long, so I've just flicked a couple of rods out. It's an easier way of fishing when I've got Parker with me, as I can just let the rods fish, and I can obviously keep him entertained as and when I need to. So yeah, I've just been getting a few different shots with the camera, and having a little bit of a look around as well, to be honest, trying to find an opportunity. But we've only got a few hours, so it is a short session. We've probably already been fishing for half an hour, 45 minutes, so hopefully we end up with something. But it's nice just to get out, even if we end up blanking. It's just nice to get outside and get Parker in the fresh air. So fingers crossed. Well, I've probably said that already, but hopefully we do get one. We'll see how we get on, and hopefully we can keep this guy entertained. It's supposed to be my secret weapon today as well. Why haven't I had a bite? Hey, why haven't I had a bite? Why haven't I had a bite? It's supposed to be bringing me some good luck today.
Oh, because you didn't even catch it. Because when it did the bite and it was doing it, you didn't even catch anything.
That was a liner. That's when a fish swims into the line and it makes it beep. It wasn't that actual bite. Yeah, balled it out already then. Anyway, on that note, I'll talk to you in a bit. Well, does anyone notice a bit of an issue there? How about this? Yeah, I've got my specie net with me. I forgot my carp net. So, well, I say forgot, I was actually going to go to another venue which has got loads of small sort of singles to low doubles in. This lake actually has got fish to 30 pound in it. So, if I'm honest, a 30-inch net is probably a bit small. But I will just about squeeze one in there. It's not ideal, but it isn't too small that I won't be able to do it. It's just not the ideal net to use. But yeah, I was going to go to another venue, try and catch loads of little ones with Parker, keeping him interested. But unfortunately, the lake we were going to go to was really, really busy. So I've had to come up to this lovely little estate lake, which is a lovely place. But yeah, it's sort of not the ideal. So I've got my 6-foot rods and my specie net. So hopefully we don't get anything too big. Probably need to get a bite first. So Parker decided to have a muck around in the grass, and he was trying to get me to play gladiators with him, and he led on a red ant's nest, and it's bitten him on the back, and I've managed to distract him by feeding the ducks, which he seems to be enjoying at the moment. So he's currently feeding the ducks a mix of bug and S7 dumbbells. Nothing's really happening on the fishing front, so might as well let the ducks have a bit of food. But it's keeping him happy, and it's distracting him from his sore back, because he did get quite upset. They're not the nicest, and he did actually get bit a couple of times. So yeah, it's a good way of distracting him, and he seems pretty happy at the moment. Well, we've got about half an hour left. Unfortunately, it's been quite slow. We've had a few liners, so there's the odd fish moving through, but a lot of them are just cruising about. It's nice and sunny, it's warm, the fish are up in the layers. It should have been a day of, or a few hours of stalking really. I should have just bought one rod with me, done a bit of free lining, maybe bought some bread and some mixers, and just done a bit of stalking. But I kind of thought it would have been a bit tricky with Parker, because moving around all the time, he's just going to be unsettled, whereas when you just sit in the swim, he can obviously play, he can bring a few toys, and obviously it's easier to entertain him. But you know, after he got bitten by the red ants, he's been up and about all over the bank, moving around, to be fair, distracting himself. So I probably could have just done a bit of stalking with one rod really, and he probably would have been fine. So that's a bit of food for thought next time. But although we haven't caught anything yet, it's really nice to be out. It's great to get in the fresh air. You know, he loves it. He's sort of running around and doing his thing. Oh, apparently he's making smells. Was that your bum?
Yeah.
You absolute stinker. Yeah, he's feeding the ducks and sort of running around playing and enjoying himself. There's no one down this end now, so he can sort of do that without sort of messing anyone else's fishing up, which is good. And it's just a lovely place, you know, it's a lovely venue, nice weather, and it's good just to be out enjoying the fresh air. So although fishing is partly about catching, it is also about just getting outdoors in this excuse to be outside, isn't it, really, and enjoy some fresh air and a bit of peace and quiet in the countryside. So yeah, we've enjoyed it, even though we haven't caught one, but we've got about half an hour. So everyone, cross those fingers and let's hope we can finish on a high note and actually put a carp on the mat. Well, unfortunately, it has come to that time when I'm going to have to reel the rods in. We've not had any fish, but it's been nice getting out and entertaining Parker for a few hours. It has been a very short session, but you know what? It was nice getting out, getting a bit of fresh air, and obviously having a chance of a bite. Get out there, be lucky. See you next Tuesday at 6:30. Any last words?
Why are you just doing that, Daddy?
They can't even see you. You're not even in front of the camera.
What do you mean? Where? Here? I don't know.